So the city of Chichen Itza was one of the major places of the Maya. It had its main prominence from the roughly the 800s to the 1200s, when it started to gradually decline. Um, so, unlike a lot of other civilizations throughout the world, this was not actually developed along a lake or a river. And as you might guess, it was near a cenote. And there were a couple cenotes around there, real close to where Chichen Itza developed. And these were often considered sacred sites for their sort of life-giving qualities of the water of the cenote. There was, of course, a grand ball court, this really, really large ball court there, the game that I had mentioned. And so the circle that they had to knock the ball through there was 30 feet high. So you can imagine how difficult that would have been. So at the center of this is the what is now called El Castillo, this step pyramid that was dedicated to Kukulkan with the feathered serpent. And this was the same, feathered serpent that the Toltec called Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. And the spread of Chichen Itza, its influence was seen that in a lot of the sites around that period, there were also these dedications to Kukulkan, the feathered serpent. So Chichen Itza was not fully abandoned. Even after it sort of declined in the 1200s, it was not fully abandoned. There still were people coming there, generally for religious practices, until the Spanish arrival. And once the Spanish arrived, of course, a lot of things changed. At the heart of that was just simply so many people were dying from the diseases, especially smallpox. Some of the estimates say that about 90% of the native people in Spanish America died as a result of the contact, and largely from the disease. But Diego de Landa, who was one of the Spanish bishops that was there, he put a cannon on the top of El Castillo at Chichen Itza, at the pyramid Chichen Itza, in an effort to try to stop what he would consider the sacrilegious practices of the Maya and their different religious beliefs. So unlike Cusco in the Inca Empire or Tenochtitlan in the Aztec Empire, what's basically now Mexico City, unlike those two places, Chichen Itza was not documented with books that have survived about what took place. So what is known about the fall of Chichen Itza is not quite as strong as the Cusco and the Inca Empire in South America or Tenochtitlan in central Mexico.